What it do, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm very excited to bring you guys an update on my Must Have Must Gag series. This is my series I created inspired by Samantha March's Will I Buy It series. I have her series and the community playlist linked down below, as well as all the Instagram pages I follow to get all of this makeup knowledge. And lastly, but certainly not least, I always have all of the items listed and linked that I discuss down below. If there is an asterisk behind it, that means that it is an affiliated link. If you shop through it, I do truly appreciate it. Otherwise, I'm just happy that you took the time to watch my video today. Now, at the beginning of all of these videos, I typically talk about my makeup look and any items that I received since last week. As for my makeup, I did not record this. I'm still testing out quite a big chunk of makeup that I've showcased throughout the year. So I really want to kind of push through that, but life has been busy, so it hasn't happened as quickly as I expected. But thankfully, I finally have my final thoughts on all of the items that are currently on my face. So I will have what is on my face down below in the description box, as long as there's room. If there is not room, that means that there was too much to talk about this week. And so it will be in a pinned comment as soon as I wake up or have a break during work, because I think I'll be at work when this uploads, who knows. So that's that. Then for things that I received since last week's video, I did end up going to Sephora because things were already discounted, and then I was able to stack a couple of other discounts that I personally had access to on top of these. So I did get a couple of things. The location that I went to was literally just handing out the Beauty Insider NARS Laguna duo, just because they had so many. So I did get this. I am honestly only interested in the lip product. The actual bronzer would probably just go to a friend. And then I picked this up as my birthday reward product. So this is the Tatcha. You get the rice wash, you get the dewy skin cream, and you get liquid silk canvas. I've actually never tried that, so that's an interesting little trio of products that I'm very interested in. And then I believed I only picked up 2 actual items. If I pick something else up, I don't know what it is. So the one that I picked up is actually a cheek product from One Size, and this is the Cheek Clapper Trio in Firestarter. This is the darker of the 2 orangey cheek trio products. I'm just going to showcase really quickly in case you were interested. So this is the product. Very excited. I decided to pick this and not the bronzer because the bronzer doesn't give me 3 different textures. This gave me 3 different textures, and I'd rather try that out than like 3 different colors. I already know the type of colors that I like in bronzer, so it just didn't make any sense. And then the other product that I picked up is a mini of the ABH Soft Glam. I've been able to avoid it, but I just couldn't avoid it in the moment. So I did go ahead and pick this up. I think this is beautiful. I do know that ABH, last time I checked, actually had the full size on 50% off. I just didn't want to make an order online for that, and I already had access to the mini. So that was that. I think that's all I have to talk to you guys about. So I'm just gonna go ahead and scoot over. There's a lot that I have pinned to update you guys on for the week, so let's just get into it. Santa Claus the Black Man. Santa Claus the Black Man, and he's handsome like my daddy too. Santa Claus the Black Man. Santa Claus the Black Man, and I found out that's why I'm telling you. Alrighty, so first things first, it is talking about the fact that e.l.f. has come out with 2 new products. One is their Luminous Putty Bronzer, and then a Lash and Roll Mascara. Now, I've already tried their bronzer in the more matte finish that they released previous to this, and I wasn't a particularly huge fan because it was matte. So that would dictate that maybe I would enjoy this luminous version, but I feel as though I have quite a few cream bronzers. You guys will see that video going up on my collection and declutter sometime in this month. I don't really know when it's going up, but you guys will be seeing it. And I just don't particularly want to bring another tone in. And in addition to that, I don't see a shade that really looks great to me. A tone that I would really get a lot of use out of. So I'm going to pass on that. As for the mascara, I've not really tried a lot of e.l.f. mascaras, and I'm not really impressed. I'm not interested enough to want to try. I have the Rare Beauty. I have a couple mascaras now. I think I have 3 right now in my collection. I'm very content with those 3, and I really am enjoying the Rare Beauty. So that's the one that I think I'm going to repurchase when I am finished with the couple that I do have. So I think I'm good with that. A collection that I must say I actually was kind of intrigued by is from ColourPop, and this is their winter collection. In this, they have one of their big kind of eyeshadow palettes. They have some lip oils, some shimmery body oil, and then cream sticks. I think all of this is really interesting. I think this is definitely a breath of fresh air when it comes to ColourPop. That said, I'm not particularly interested in getting a huge palette like this. I know the actual palette size isn't as big as like a Morphe palette, but in my head, it is still quite big. And so I don't particularly want to go ahead and pick this up. I could see me picking this up maybe if they reduce this to like a 16 pan, a 9 pan, something that effect. But for this, I think I'm good. I'm very, very content. Makeup Revolution has also come out with like their lip swirl ceramic glosses. This is very reminiscent of the Givenchy lip balms and so many other kind of different brands that have a very similar like makeup of the outside of the packaging or whatever because of the product being combined. I think this is cute. I think this makes sense for somebody who wants a more cheaper alternative to any of those products. That said, I don't use pinky colored lip glosses, so this is an easy pass. Rare Beauty has come out with their liquid or kind of cream highlighters actually, and I've heard some really good things about them so far. I did already use my 20%. I think that's what I used to get those couple of Sephora products and then some other coupons, but whatever. Anyways, I think these look cute. I don't see a shade that I think I would get so much use out of. And for that reason, I think I'm going to pass. Maybe when they expand the range and maybe there's a shade that I would actually get some use out of, then I would pull the trigger. It looks like L'Oreal is coming out with some reformulations, specifically with their True Match. And this is coming out with a pump. I'm so happy they are finally coming out with a pump. I can distinctly remember somebody in high school that had the True Match L'Oreal foundation in her bag, and she would like dab it on her finger and like dab it in that way because they've never had a pump, which never made any sense. I'm very happy they decided to add a pump, and it looks like the range is quite good. I haven't had this foundation in years, so not something that I think I'm gonna run out to pick up, but I will say when I did have it, I did enjoy it, but my skin was in a completely different place at that point. It looks like they're also coming out with a new mascara and some primers. All fine and dandy, nothing that I am very interested in. I'm very content with the primers that I have currently, and like I just said, I'm content with the mascaras that I have. Billie Eilish not only is coming out with a new fragrance that has already been released, which is Eilish 2, she is also coming out with a candle, and this is now available on their website. I still have not seen her second candle available at Ulta, and I really am waiting for that and the 2 latest perfumes from Ariana Grande to be available at my local Ulta so I can smell them. I'm really trying to get away from all of this blind buying because sometimes I find I blind buy something that I thought I wanted and then it goes to waste, or it just sits, and then that's like wasteful in a different way. So for me, I really am trying to stand strong on that. As for this particular candle, I do believe it is kind of surrounding the original Eilish, which I thought was a decent scent, but nothing that I really had to pick up. So I won't be picking up this candle. Yeah, I just won't be picking up this candle. Rare Beauty is also coming out with something that has a metallic wand. People are speculating that it could potentially be like maybe a color corrector or something. I don't really know what it is. I'm thinking it could be like maybe like an eye shadow, like a liquid eyeshadow, but it'll be intriguing. I don't believe it's been showcased what that particular item is right now when I'm filming, but if for whatever reason it's been shown between now and the time that I'm editing, I will have it on the screen for you guys and I will talk to you guys about it in the next week. Charlotte Tilbury is coming out with a new range in highlighters. I know a lot of people have been really expecting this range to come from Charlotte Tilbury because she has pretty much a solid brand except for powder highlighters. She doesn't really have a standard highlighter that somebody can go to and say, this is the highlighter for Charlotte Tilbury. She tends to have limited edition versions. And so the range is quite nice. I actually think if I had to pick one up, I would pick up number 5, which is rose gold. It has a tone that I think I would get so much use out of. Am I going to be picking this up on launch? I don't think so. It doesn't launch until next year, so who knows? But I'm not sure. I think it's beautiful, but I am going to wait to see those who are like avid Charlotte Tilbury fans and always pick up her stuff, because the last one that I was really excited to pick up, people picked it up and they were like, yeah, don't buy this. And so that saved me money. And for somebody in my position, I need to sit back and watch some more reviews. So that is what I'm going to do when it comes to that product. Another collection that I don't know if I'm going to pick something up, I'm intrigued though, I am intrigued, is from Pat McGrath, of course, and this is her collaboration once again with Star Wars. This is quite a huge collection, and in this collection she is releasing some old with new packaging and some new with, of course, limited edition packaging. So if you haven't picked up the Midnight Sun palette, that is going to be the Big Daddy mothership that she is releasing in this collection. She is also releasing 3 different quints, which I know was very popular in her holiday release. I was very close to picking one up, but I decided to be good and I did not. And she's also releasing some lip glosses that are repackaged and some metallic liquid lipsticks that are also repackaged. So those are all kind of old with a splash of new. The thing that I am actually very intrigued by, oh, and she also has mascaras as well. It's mascaras. But the thing that I'm really interested in is her pigments. She's releasing 4 different pigments. She hasn't released this type of formula before, and although I am very intrigued, I think I'm going to once again watch and learn. I have pigments from Marc Jacobs and some other brands that I love them. I think they're beautiful and I've gotten use out of them in the past, but I haven't panned them. They're not done, you know? And so I don't think that I can justify picking up yet another pigment when I have pigments. So I think this is going to be another pass, although there is a really pretty like goldy shade that I think would look beautiful on my skin tone. But I think I'm going to go ahead and pass once again. Another collection between Sugar Pill and Trixie Mattel, and this is their second round, I believe, in the Oh Honey range, and there's an eyeshadow palette and some lip products. I think this is really cute. Not something for me though, but I'm just excited that Sugar Pill is coming out with something. I feel like it's been quite some time since they've genuinely come out with anything, and so it's really exciting to see that nonetheless. But I think I'm gonna have to say pass again on this. Neutrogena is coming out with some metallic eyeshadows that also have a primer in them. And I get the idea of this. I think there is definitely a market. I'm not the market though. I know for a fact that if I'm going to use a cream shadow for a base, I want it to be a cream. I don't particularly like metallics as bases. It's just not my cup of tea. I find that it just does not look the best. And I actually did use a cream shadow today. I finally got my thoughts on the Laura Mercier cream sticks, and so I got those, the set for holiday, so really happy to pick that up. But yeah, just to kind of further solidify that, you know, metallic eyeshadows as bases are just not my thing. And as for an actual like general eyeshadow, I don't think there's a shade there that I would get that type of use out of. So this is going to be, once again, an easy pass. A brand that I think I'm gonna kind of take some note of next year and really dive a little bit further into it. I've tried the brand once, and the couple of products that I have, some I loved, some I didn't, but this is LH Cosmetics. So they are now coming out with duo dimension blushes. So they have 3 different color variants, and each color variant is $32. There is an orangey toned one and some mauve and some deeper purple ones. All of these actually look like they would work on everybody, regardless of your skin tone, based on the swatches. Hopefully I put the swatches on the screen for you guys. I'm just very, very intrigued. And I just find that this brand is one of those brands that actually caters towards everybody, and they're independently owned brand. So I do want to continue to support those types of brands. So this is definitely a brand that I'm going to keep an eye out for next year and potentially pick up this blush duo along with some other things if, you know, the timing is right. Farrow's Beauty is coming out with an extended range of their buildable mascara in 3 different colors: purple, brown, and black. This is an indigenous owned brand, and I think this is really, really cool. I think these are definitely shades that people can wear every day, which is kind of great, right? You don't want to kind of pick up something that you're not going to get all that much use out of, and I genuinely think that quite a few people will get quite a bit of use out of all of these products or these shades in general. I don't think I'm going to be picking this up, but in the event that you do want to pick it up and you want a discount code, apparently you can use Trendstopia for 20% off. It looks like MAC is showcasing their Lunar New Year release, and in this they have 2 different highlighters and 2 different blushes. I'm intrigued to see what the formula of the respective products are. We'll see if I pick anything up. I don't need it, but I definitely am intrigued. So that can always lean me one way or another. We'll just have to see once we get some more information, because the one blush in the background that looks to be maybe a red or orangey tone looks really, really pretty. And both highlighters look pretty as well. And as I talked to you guys about in my highlighter collection video, after getting that one highlighter from MAC, I've always been interested in getting another one from them, specifically from their holiday ranges. I just never do, but I always do look and see if it's something I could potentially pick up and get some enjoyment out of. It looks like Megan Fox is doing a collaboration with UNDN Lacquer. Isn't that her husband's range? The Machine Gun Kelly, right? Isn't that his range? Either way, they have 2 limited edition sets. As I've said time and time again, right now nail polish is not the move for me because I'm just too busy. I don't have the time to sit and literally let the nail polish dry. Every time I try, the nail polish gets ruined and it's pointless. So not for me. Plus I have a whole basket full of nail polish. So yeah, easy pass. A collaboration or kind of collection that I'm actually excited to see, although I won't be picking up, is actually from Fenty Beauty. In this, there are 5-piece limited edition navy set. So you get a refillable lipstick bullet, you get the long wear pencil eyeliner, you get a color in MVP of the lipstick, and you get the compact in the makeup bag. And honestly, I'm not actually excited about this for the makeup aspect. I'm excited because she's bringing in what I'm hearing in the fashion industry is like very, very popular, which are cargos and jeans in this kind of vibe and aesthetic to her makeup range. And so that's what I'm excited about. I'm excited to see kind of 2 worlds that I'm currently interested in kind of combining and meshing together, if that makes sense. So that's the exciting part. Not the makeup. I'm enjoying seeing it from afar, and that's where it's gonna stay. This is not for me. I don't need it, so kudos on that. It looks like Kopari is coming out with another new skincare product, and in this one it is a niacinamide and caffeine eye bright cream. I think this is smart. It makes sense. It will help people hopefully who need it, but I don't really need it, so I'm gonna pass. Game Beauty is doing a collaboration with Persona 5 Royale. I believe that is like a gaming industry. I believe that is like a gaming industry manufacturer, something like that. I don't really know. It's been years since I've played video games, and they're coming out with some blushes, an eyeshadow palette, liquid lipsticks, liquid liners, and some other kind of smaller eyeshadows. Or single eyeshadows, that's what I meant. So for me, there is nothing in here that is calling to me. Not one thing. But at the same time, I don't think I am the target audience because I don't play video games anymore. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try this brand. Definitely shout out down below if you would recommend them. If you wouldn't, yay, nay, I would love to hear. So Suqqu is coming out with their spring 2023 collection, and just to remind you, Suqqu is a Japanese based brand, so that's why they're doing spring right now when, at least on my side of things, we're going into winter. And so they have 3 different eyeshadow palettes, some lip balms, some blushes, nail polishes, eyeliner colors, and mascaras. Now what I will say is these look pretty. They look pretty. The lip products look beautiful. They look to have like one that's like a burnt orange, a brighter orange, and like maybe a brownie tone. They have some really interesting blush shades. It's all very, very pretty, but this brand is extremely expensive and they sell out quickly. And I do mean quickly. I do believe you can get access to this brand through Suffrages. And if you are in the US or just not Europe based, I believe Suffrages is free shipping for those who are in the EU and UK. Correct me if I'm wrong. I will try to also correct myself on the screen or down below if I'm wrong. But I do know if you are not in the area that it's kind of free or whatever is like their normal constituency, you can pay $50 for a year's worth of free shipping. So that is also an alternative in the event that you really want to pick something up from this range. I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued, and I feel like this is a brand that has at least attempted to expand their range to meet the new market that they have been exposed to. Previously, they weren't necessarily exposed to kind of the Western market, right? Where there's a different range of skin tones and just preferences in general. And when I was avidly watching Kinky Sweat, she used to always show like, you know, this isn't deep enough. It's got to get deeper. And she would talk to us about how the fact that the brand is trying to do better, and actively she would show us how they're doing better. So I definitely am intrigued. Who knows if I'm going to pick this up. This is probably going to release and be sold out before I even remember and scroll over to Suffrages. But I did just want to say that I definitely am intrigued by those lip tints, those lip balms. I think those are beautiful, beautiful tones. And I definitely think that that orange blush is beautiful as well. Another spring collection is coming from Givenchy. They're coming out with color correctors, balms, and some souffles and stuff. I think this is all very, very cute. None of it is for me though. There's a difference between what they're releasing, in my opinion, and what at least Suqqu is releasing. At least Suqqu, I feel like it's a different color, whereas the Givenchy, I feel like it's just an extension of what they already have. And nothing is really unique or kind of exciting with this new range. Physicians Formula is coming out with some new products. They're coming out with liquid bronzers and butter glow concealers. Okay, let's look at some ranges, because Physicians Formula is notorious for having terrible ranges. So let's see. What is that? I'm assuming that's the concealers. So the concealers are in 6 colors, which what does that even mean? 6 colors isn't enough. And it looks like the liquid bronzer is only in 1 color. No, maybe 2. Yeah, there are 2 colors of the liquid bronzer, but it also states that it's sheer. Yeah, this is going to be a pass for me. I was going to actually maybe try to see if I could find this. It's just not for me. I will say though, if you don't want to support KVD, but you really liked their liquid liner, the Physicians Formula liquid liner is definitely on par, if not superior to the KVD. Very, very good. I find that even with the Physicians Formula, when I had it, I did not have to tip it upside down for it to stay liquefied on the tip, whereas the KVD, sometimes I did actually have to put it upside down or keep it standing for the tip to stay liquid. So a new scent is coming from the Marc Jacobs family, and of course it's still in the Daisy range, but this time it is the Paradise Edition. So there are 3 different kind of scented notes, if you will. One is floral, fruity, woodsy, and that one is the fresh, so fresh Paradise. And the notes are pink pepper, lavender diva, attar mini nature print, and floral free spirit. I don't know what those last 2 things are. I think that was just lies. I don't know. Anyways, the next one is Daisy Love Paradise, and that is a floral gourmand woodsy, and the notes are just iris and furibus. These are terrible descriptions. And then Daisy Paradise is a floral green woodsy, and the notes that they have in this caption are poppy, nature, and print. That's not, what does that even mean? I don't think Trend Mood took the time to actually proofread her caption in this time. Either way, I could see me definitely getting my nose on these between Ulta and Sephora. Will I be picking up a full bottle? Probably not. The last couple full bottles from the brand that I picked up, I do enjoy, don't get me wrong, but I haven't run through them, so it doesn't make sense to pick up another one. If I feel the need to pick anything up from this range, it will probably be a travel size, because I actually have room for those. I don't have any more room, honestly, for any more fragrances. So it looks like Glossier is coming out with candles as well, and also a mascara. So the 2 candles that they're coming out have 2 different scents. So there's a Glossier You candle, which has the Glossier You scent, and then an orange blossom neroli candle. They also have, like I said, a new mascara in brown. I think this is all intriguing. I haven't really dove into Glossier, if even tried the brand at all, and I'm content with that currently, so I'm gonna keep pushing on. So finally, the last thing that I have to talk to you guys about is actually from Sonia G. Sonia. So in this time, she has a face brush and a brush holder, which looks beautiful. I mean, the aesthetic, the vibes, it's a whole mood. It's a whole mood. And this brush, I can envision being superior for bronzer. Superior for bronzer. She also has an eye trio, which looks really, really pretty as well. I think I'm gonna pass though. I did just recently pick up some new Sonia G brushes, and although I have literally not met a Sonia G brush that does not work for me, I think I'm gonna pass. I just can't fit it in. I can't fit it in the budget. So really, I feel like in this will I buy it, the whole thing has been, what am I gonna actually buy? Because I'm not really buying a lot of makeup in reality, and if I am buying it, it's on sale and it's something that I've wanted before, and I just didn't want to pay full price. And you know, I'm okay with that. As you guys will see throughout this month, I have a lot of makeup, right? And there's only one face, and I am genuinely enjoying getting my use out of my makeup, but also revisiting the stuff that I've already picked up and like falling back in love with them. And so I'm gonna take that kind of perspective hopefully into the new year and beyond, and just continue to try to find ways that I can be revived into not only, of course, maybe picking up a thing here or two, but also shopping my stash, loving my products, getting dents and dents and dents in the products that I've already picked up. And I feel like you guys are on that same tip as well. I've been hearing that and seeing that in my comments, and you know, it's nice to see that we're all kind of in a collective same place in life, or in our makeup journey, if you will. But that's it. That's all I have today. I feel like I said, it was a lot, but a lot of it I feel like were some very easy passes. There may be some couple of things like I may slip up. Okay, Pat has been doing a lot of sales, this and that. There have been sales galore, and you know, sometimes it's just too many. It's too many, but we can talk about that in another video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.